Alhamdulillah, assalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. One of the basic concepts in electrostatic is quantization of charge. The basic understanding and what we are taught about quantization of charge is that there is an expression Q equals N times E. Most of the students find it difficult to grasp the basic concept behind this expression. What is this? They wonder and it does not sink in their mind, so they find it difficult and it makes their study harder. So today I am going to describe quantization of charge in a manner that it can sink in your brain and you can have a good understanding of quantization of charge. And I'm not going to discuss this expression wholly. I'm going to describe the thing, what is the cause of quantization of charge. Most of the students ask what is the cause or why is the charge or electric charge quantized. So let us take two things. One of the thing is a glass rod, suppose, or any rod, and there is a piece of cloth. This is a piece of cloth and this is a rod. We know materials in their natural form or ground state, they are neutral. So this rod is neutral, this piece of cloth is neutral. They are not having any charges. But in our junior classes, we have been taught that when we rub one object against another object, then they get charged. And if we rub this glass rod with a piece of cloth or silk cloth, then this rubbing causes electric charge and this glass rod becomes positively charged, say, and the piece of cloth becomes negatively charged. This is our basic understanding, and this is known as static electricity or frictional electricity. And whether be a glass rod or be a piece of cloth, everything is ultimately or eventually made up of atoms. So there must be many atoms inside this rod and there must be many atoms in this piece of cloth. And atoms has a basic structure. That basic structure, we know that there is a nucleus inside the atom. So in both the cases there will be nucleus, and in nucleus there are particles known as proton and neutron. Here also proton and neutron, and another particle, electron, is outside the nucleus. We know proton has a positive or unit positive charge and electron has a unit negative charge. So protons and neutrons, which are held inside the nucleus, they cannot move, but electrons, they are outside of the nucleus, so they can move. Whenever we rub one thing against another thing, what we cause? We cause the movement of electrons. Some of the electrons are left or leave this rod and it moves towards the cloth. So these electrons are moving from glass rod to the silk cloth, say, and in this way there is a deficiency of electrons in the rod and there is an excess of electrons in the piece of cloth. And this movement of electrons can be one electron at a time, 2 electron, 3 electron, or 100 electron, or millions of electrons. But it can never be 1.5 electron, not possible, 3 upon 7 electron, not possible. So what we find, whenever number of electrons are transferred from one object to another, it is an integral multiple of the basic charge. So we write it like NE, and we say if there is a charge on an object Q, then it must be N times E, that is integral multiple of basic charge E. And this is the reason, because we cannot divide electrons further, so we cannot make this charge E any smaller, so we cannot transfer any fraction of E, and whenever there is a transfer of electrons, that must be an integral multiple, and we have the expression Q equal to NE, and we say charge is quantized. Now, quantization of charge, we have reached to our conclusion, but there may be another confusion to students, and what is that? That unit positive charge means charge on an electron. This we have indicated with an E, and charge on proton, this is also same in magnitude, that is E. There is only a difference of sign, that is on electron we say there is a negative charge, and on proton there is a positive charge, and this charge is known as a unit charge, that is the smallest unit of charge. And what confusion may arise, that this 1E, whether minus or plus, in actual term or absolute term, when measured in coulomb, it is 1.6 into 10 to the power, it is 1.6 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 coulomb. This is the value of 1 unit charge, and that must not be confused with this expression. Here, this is the least amount of charge that can occur, and this cannot be further subdivided or divided into any smaller amount, and this is being shown as E, and in this expression this E represents this many charge in just coulombs, and there is no confusion, there must not be any doubt about this. This, whenever we need to calculate the absolute value in coulomb, just put the value of E 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19, and you will get the whole amount of charge present on that body.